Good kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Back in, up to his forward, take the shot, he scores!
Good evening and welcome to Printscape Arena in South Point, PA. This is PIHL Class AAA Boys Hockey, and I'm Matt Geico. On the call with you tonight, flying solo this evening from South Point as Peters Township tries to get back on track, taking on Upper St. Clair, the Panthers, in their return season to Class AAA. The first matchup between these two programs since 2015. It'll be John Camp facing it off at center ice against Andrew Woomer, and the Indians win the draw, and it's back into their end. Radio call tonight. Radio only, audio only on the Facebook channel, but you can find us at PGH Hockey Digest on Twitter and on Facebook as well. And thanks to Brian Mitchell and Alan Saunders for always setting up the presentation, as well as the Peters Township hockey program. The puck's back into the PT end. After an exchange of possession in the neutral zone, Jack Zakin is working to try to pull this puck free. So is Mark McQuaid of Upper St. Clair. The Panthers dressed in black, with the white and the red trim, and the Indians in their mostly white uniforms with the black and the red trim. Looks like an intra-squad game in that way. Jack Zakin will break three up to the neutral zone and breaking in down over the left side. And his backhand shot skids wide of the net, goes in behind the goal. John Camp's on it, making his season debut. 7 points in 7 games last year for the Peters Township Indians, as he split his time between the Tribe and his club team. Zach Fairfull, the junior for Upper St. Clair, now settles in behind his net with it and hands it off to Trevor Lamb, the sophomore defender. Fires a pass up the far wing side, and it's offside against Colton Sheary, the leading scorer of the Panthers and the Upper St. Clair team, which comes into this game 2-2. 2 wins in its first 4 games back in AAA, making the bump up from AA, and how PIHL works. If you win enough at a lower level, you can move up to the higher level, and vice versa. Drew Wilbert surging ahead for the Indians, cutting inside between the circles, gets the shot away, and he just missed. Kyle Rorick is in net, sophomore. He's played 2 out of the 4 games so far. Now he directs this shot from Owen Barrett away to the corner glass. Picked up by Drew Wilbert as he turns and pivots and fires the pass into this near side corner. Indians moving from left to right. In this first period, shot from Barrett goes off the shin guard of Eric Wilbert and caroms over to the far side where Mark Lehman will pick it up. Lehman, the Indians' leading scorer, but PT coming off of a shutout loss to North Allegheny last week. Lehman takes a loose puck and rips it on goal from 30 feet. And there's your first save for Kyle Rorick of Upper St. Clair. Rorick coming into the game, a record of 1-1, an .863 save percentage to go with a .350 goals against average. It's been a crazy first 4 games for Upper St. Clair. Losing to Bethel Park 5-3, and that was the lowest scoring of their 4 games so far. After that, wins against Butler and Cathedral Prep by scores of 6-5 and 7-3 respectively. So these Panthers can score, including in their previous game where they lost 5-4 to North Allegheny. So they did something against the Tigers that PT couldn't do here at home. That is score a goal, make it 4 goals that Upper St. Clair put on the board. From behind the PT net, Brady Ploger shoving up the far boards, and it skids out to the neutral zone. Laying a check was centered of Peters Township. He sent Cole Shagan-Sinofsky flying. To center ice, Woomer. We're in the captaincy for Upper St. Clair. Moved into the offensive zone with the puck, but it was a delayed offside. He had to back off. Now Woomer takes the headman delivery. Woomer looking into the middle. His dish goes beyond Devin Rorick. So a couple of Roricks on the ice tonight. Devin, the skater, and Kyle, the goaltender. There's your first save for the PT. Netminder Aaron Simmons. Simmons making his second start as this rotation for Coach Rig Tingle continues between the pipes. Devin Rorick shoots from a sharp angle and gloved down by Simmons. No further play. 14:01 to go in the first period. No score. Peters Township and Upper St. Clair. PT playing its 4th home game already and its 5th overall game. A nice start to the season in terms of home versus road, and They've won 3 out of their first 4. A couple of points out of first. Colton Sheary turns and puts this one on net, and the stop was made with the stick by Aaron Simmons. Now right to the front of the goal, rebound, Sheary scores! Colton Sheary shoveled in his own rebound from the doorstep, and PT's down 1-0. 13:51 remaining in the first period, less than 3 minutes in. Upper St. Clair has the opening goal on the road, and it was off of an offensive zone draw at the left dot. It was shoveled toward the front, and then Sheary got a couple of cracks at it, and he lifted in his 5th goal of the season already in his 5th game. Colton Sheary, definitely a player to watch, and just a sophomore for USC. Center ice draw with the Indians down 1-0. Barrett knocked it ahead to the line. But here come the Panthers back on the counterattack. 50-foot shot from Jacob Ball goes off the pads of Simmons, and he hops on top of it for the whistle. Sounded like Jacob Ball got the assist on that one. Sheary from Ball. Just over 2 minutes into this game. So PT, much like last week, has to play from behind. In behind the Peters Township net again, the Panthers set up shop. Mitchell Geinzer tried to center. That was blocked off of an Indian skate. Back to the point they go with it. Hardy played it down to the half wall. Spinning is Geinzer. Geinzer in deep. Barrett on the retrieval for Peters Township. He feeds it over to his deep partner Alexander. Up the boards to Drew Wilbert, and he fired that pass under the stick of Mark Lehman. Up ahead comes Eric Wilbert. Eric and Drew, 2 of the Wilbert quadruplets, all of whom are varsity players for Peters Township. Yes, that's rare in case you're wondering. Owen Barrett can't keep it alive in the Indians' offensive zone, so Mark Lehman will spin and fire this one in deep from near his bench, and it caromed right in front of the Upper St. Clair net, and hopping on it for safety, Kyle Rorick uses his glove hand to get the whistle. 12:46 to go in the first. Upper St. Clair up 1-0 here at Printscape Arena. I'm Matt Geico on the radio-only call tonight. We apologize for the video not working. Sometimes the internet is good enough, sometimes it's not. Tonight, one of those where just not enough bandwidth to do the video broadcast. Breaking on back, Chase Woucher with the dump in for Upper St. Clair. He goes after the puck. A little soft play behind the PT net, but the Indians are able to at least try to break it out. But the dish from Monchak goes off the stick of Bray Sainert. Sainert and Monchak, 2 varsity newcomers. PT working in several players, getting their feet wet at the varsity level this season. Sainert already has a goal this year. Scored it back in game number 2 a couple of weeks ago. Now Monchak will click a pass up to Bush, and Jake Bush makes the backhand play out to center and into safety. And it's Kaz Monchak shooting in from just in front of the red line, avoiding the icing call. He'll go off for a change. Danny O'Brien to carry it back up for Upper St. Clair. His saucer pass deflects off the body of PT's Chayton Ringwald. Indians try to get it going. They can't. Ringwald back on it at the center circle. He dumps into the right wing corner. Will end up on the stick of Kyle Rorick, the Upper St. Clair netminder. Rorick puts it on a tee, and the Panthers can lift it out to center. But a pass from Danny O'Brien goes away from Mark McQuaid's reach. And after the Indians dump it out to center, Upper St. Clair tries again. The defender, Zach Hardy, just a freshman, makes a nice little move to get into the offensive end. Look to dish it across for Rorick, but that's broken up nicely by Seth Hanna. Back pass ahead. Hanna's looking for Slavin, but it'll be an icing call, pardon me. Caden Slavin was within a couple of feet of pulling in that pass and having a breakaway from about 10 feet out. Would have been a short one, but would have been a great chance. But just a little too far on the pass, and it ends up leading to a defensive zone draw for the Peters Township Indians, trailing 1-0 on the Colton Sheary goal very early on in this game. Lamb yanks the backhand to Geinzer, put it in front, a deflected shot from Sheary, and he's stopped. Stopped by Simmons on the doorstep. Good save, and the rebound cleared off to the corner. Geinzer, backhand, looking in front for Sheary. He just loves to go to the front of the net, it seems like, number 55. You can see why he has all those points. Now 5-5 on the year. 5 goals, 5 assists. The pass out to the near side point. Skips right by Lamb. It'll be Jack Zakin pressuring for Peters Township. The netminder Rorick knocks it away from his net, though, and up through into the neutral ice area. Here's Camp, the dynamic one for Peters Township. Made a pass, it was broken up. Camp lost his stick, but he kicks the puck along, at least momentarily. And now it's taken on by Geinzer of Upper St. Clair. Geinzer looking for ball, but it's intercepted by PT defenseman Aiden Alexander. Long lead delivery. It's off the twig of Zach Hardy of Upper St. Clair. He taps it ahead. At the red line, it's Mitchell Geinzer carrying in and wristing one as he got it over the blue, but that's blocked down by Alexander. 10 minutes ago in the first period, PT down 1-0 to Upper St. Clair. Sam Sweet, USC defender, knocks it around the boards and out to the neutral zone it goes. Seth Hanna, make sure he got over the red line, and he did to lift that one in deep. Looking up ice is Upper St. Clair's Zach Fairfull, but his dish is taken away by Seth Hanna. Hanna to Eric Wilbert. He's flushed down and knocked to the ice by Sam Sweet on a legal shoulder-to-shoulder check. Just inside the Upper St. Clair blue line. Woomer gallops ahead. Woomer's backhand softly through the top of the crease. Aaron Simmons just let it go away to the corner. Held in at the point. Sweet took the shot for Upper St. Clair. That's blocked halfway there. Hunter Ferguson, senior defenseman, second varsity year for Peters Township, getting hooked a little bit there in the corner, but no hand in the air from the two referees. Buck Holtz and Seelock are the men in stripes this afternoon, or evening, pardon me. Drew Wilbert pulling up inside the Upper St. Clair line from the left wing side, try to pass to the middle that was broken up. And it skips right to the side of the net where Kyle Rorick hangs on. 8:56 left in the first. 1-0 Upper St. Clair. So far for Peters Township, wins against Mount Lebanon, Bethel Park, Butler, and the loss to North Allegheny. And I mentioned earlier, but I'll say it again, Upper St. Clair has beaten Butler and Cathedral Prep in a couple of high-scoring games. Bethel Park and North Allegheny were the losses. Upper St. Clair has only played one home game so far. That was the 7-3 win against Erie Cathedral just a couple of weeks ago. So hanging in there are the Panthers, and you see why. Very tenacious team on the forecheck. Here's Plutcher stepping ahead for Upper St. Clair. It hops loose for a backhand shot from Kevin Finn that goes wide left. Indians having a hard time fighting off this attack of Upper St. Clair. They come at you with numbers, and they throw bodies to loose pucks with very little hesitation. Shagan Siniowski trying to lift it down the boards for Upper St. Clair. It won't work. It'll be Chase Dabkowski up ahead for the Peters Township Indians. Dabkowski lasted into the corner, put it in the middle of the ice for Sennert, and he's knocked off the puck. Now taken on by Zach Hardy of Upper St. Clair. Sennert tried to pass over. Foltz couldn't make anything happen for Peters Township. Now it's hung on to by Jacob Ball. Ball looked to get the shot away, and that was blocked off. Aiden Alexander leading the charge back for the Indians. Wrist shot is stopped by Rorick, and nothing further from that. Pardon me, that was Zach Glivic actually taking that shot. Glivic playing his second game for the Indians, the senior, looking for his first point. Colton Sheary up the left wing for Upper St. Clair. Holds onto the puck in the corner and fed it out high, but the Panthers can't make anything come of that as the errant pass skips out to the neutral zone. Geinzer for Upper St. Clair nearly gave it away. Now it comes loose to Slavin, and he shot it off the outside of the net from a sharp angle. Good chance for the Indians, though. Sheary ducking in deep, checked by a couple of Indians. That was Alexander primarily who rubbed him out, and now it's Glivic. Behind the back pass, though, gave it away to Ball. Ball shoved it to the front, intercepted by Aiden Alexander, and Glivic will hand it off to Alexander. Maybe a chance here for the Indians. Alexander pokes it ahead and takes a low check there from Logan Gossa to the near side wall, and it'll be fired on down the ice by Sheary. That's an easy icing call for the officials to make with 6:49 left in period number one. Sheary has the lone goal so far in this game for USC. Apologize for my voice tonight, getting over a cold. Off the draw in the offensive zone for the Indians. It zooms right into the glove of Kyle Rorick. He sharply grabs it and holds it. Camp to face it off against Woomer. And the Indians are on it now. It's Camp. Camp looked to dish it out to the point, and it's taken away. Nice read by Mark McQuaid of Upper St. Clair, but he's stripped from behind. Jack Zakin doing the back-checking work for Peters Township. Puck in behind the Indians' goal now. Ferguson bangs it along to Hanna. Hanna to Zakin. Looking up ice. Oh, a blindside check laid up by Woomer on Camp. Away from the puck. Thought it might be interference, but play continues on. Camp lost control. McQuaid shot it. That stop was made briefly and nearly held on to by Simmons, but still loose behind the PT net. Rorik centering. Rorik getting to that puck at the side wall. Tossed high into the air by Hunter Ferguson, and Lamb can't quite glove it down. Camp roughs him up in the neutral zone. Zakin skating up ahead. He's got McElhaney with him. McElhaney shooting, and it's blocked by Fairfield on the way. And to the side of the net, and hung on to again Rorik, and a theme from this first period. Zach Fairfield, the defender who blocked it. The shot from Dylan McElhaney, 5:41 left in the first. Lehman to face it off for the Indians. Lehman with Eric Wilbur trying to help it out off the scramble draw and get it to the front, but he could not. It's Bush to Eric Wilbert. Now Drew Wilbert cutting against the grain. Gains the offensive blue line. Shot it from a sharp angle. Sticked away by Rorik. Behind the net still. It's Drew Wilbert on it. Drew Wilbert tried to center it for Eric, and it jumps away from him. Solid defending there at the side of the net by Upper St. Clair. Team effort. McQuaid was in there. So was Danny O'Brien. Circling the goal. Eric Wilbert. Pass out to Monchek, and his shot deflected into the corner. Good wrister there, and I think one of the Indians might have gotten a piece of it on the way. If not, it was a Panther. Definitely changed direction. More good work on the forecheck for the Indians. Jake Bush gets it at the blue line, and he'll shoot it right back in. Eric Wilbert centering. Mark Lehman tried to shoot it. And now Geiser's on it for Upper St. Clair. Now Monchek on the chase back after the clear by the Panthers. Monchek to the puck. Fires up the far wing side. Zach Hardy. Hardy overwhelmed at the blue line by a host of Indians, and it's offside Upper St. Clair with 4:28 left in the first. Each team playing its fifth game of the season. I mentioned PT just a couple of points out of first place, 3 back of North Allegheny. Indians was 6, tied with Seneca Valley, and North Allegheny top spot with 9 points. In fact, the last 3 Penguins Cup champions in AAA are the top 3 teams in the early season standings, 2019-20. Anthony Foltz leans in. Foltz had a goal a couple of games ago at Butler. He draws the penalty with a good lean move. Now it's stashed in front by Debkowski. Extra attacker on for the Indians. Aiden Alexander. Relay behind the net. Foltz yanked it in front of the goal, and Sweet got the touch for Upper St. Clair. That'll stop play, but it'll lead to an Indians power play with 3:52 to go in the first. Holding the call. That'll send Upper St. Clair short. And the guilty man is Andrew Happ, the sophomore forward. Lehman to take the draw. It's Lehman with the 2 Wilberts up front. Hanna and Ferguson on the points. Indians control. Clinical job from Lehman, and now it's Eric Wilbert on the right wing half wall. Banks it out to Hanna, right point. Left point, it's Ferguson. Shooting, deflected off the shoulder of Rorik, and it's at the side of the net, put in behind the goal. Now thrown in front of the net, and it's a score! Drew Wilbert got to it and stashed it under the pad of Rorik, who is still spinning a little bit, trying to figure out where the puck was. It's a power play goal for PT, and we're tied up 1-1 with 3:33 left in the first period. So give Mark Lehman credit with a deflected shot that hopped off the shoulder of goaltender Kyle Rorik. Up into the air, it was behind him. Both teams were looking for it, and Drew Wilbert was the man who found it eventually. And for Drew Wilbert, already his 3rd goal of the season. Camp trying to make it 2-1 PT on the charge into the offensive end. But his centering pass was off a leg. McElhaney to Camp in the high slot, and his slap shot, he fanned on it. Woomer gave it up the far wing. Skating into the offensive zone, Devin Rorick. Rorick pulls up, lost control to Hunter Ferguson. Ferguson had Camp up ahead. He makes the pass to him. Could be a 2-on-1. Camp to Zakin. Zakin trying to go back to Camp, but by then the cavalry had arrived for Upper St. Clair, and the Panthers had a good 4 men back in the defensive zone. Very impressive. I don't think the Indians took that long to get that rush going, but I guess long enough for the hard-charging Panthers to get back on D. So it's a 1-1 game. The Indians convert on the power play. After an 0-for-4 performance last week, they had 4 chances in the third period at the Indians to try to come back against North Allegheny. Couldn't do it. Now Sheary taps it away from Hannah. Sheary's going to cut right in and score! Colton Sheary, impressive. His second goal this first period with 2:29 left. The Panthers are back on top. It's 2-1. Sheary with quick hands, as he didn't have much room, but he made the move to the forehand and put it between the legs of Simmons from right at the top of the crease. And Sheary made that happen all by himself. He tapped that puck past Seth Hannah at the blue line, and then he was in as he caught up to it right below the face-off dot on the right circle side. So 2-1 USC. Good one so far from Princecap. Glad to have you along on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. Glivic. That's Jack Glivic with the shot, or Zach Glivic, pardon me, and it's gloved and held by Kyle Rorick. A couple of shots for the Indians, number 45 in his second varsity game. Connor Slavin to face this one off for PT. Now Glivic goes to the front of the net. Owen Barrett will keep it the blue line. Barrett looked to keep it in on that D-to-D pass to Alexander, but it bobbled out over into the white ice in the neutral zone, and it'll be eventually an offside call. The Indians didn't clear the zone on the regroup and the re-entry. 2:03 left in the first. Again, 2-1 Upper St. Clair on a pair of Colton Sheary goals, his 5th and 6th of the young season. I don't know if Sheary's going to get any assists to that goal. Didn't hear the announcement. We'll see about the live box score at the intermission timeout. Working alone this evening. Hoping to have Brian Mitchell back for our next PT home game here. I've enjoyed having a regular color commentator. Anthony Foltz cutting in for the Indians. He lost control of the puck at the last possible moment. Good defending from Cole Sheegan Siniowski. And here are the Panthers again. Finn down the left wing on his backhand, shoved it wide of the goal. From the right corner, Brady Ploger, offensive end for Upper St. Clair. Ploger pulls it away from Owen Barrett of Peters Township. Ploger now checked hard by Barrett. Puck comes loose right in behind the net. Debkowski takes a lead pass on left wing for the Indians. Debkowski stretching out and lost command of the puck. A.J. Daly. Daly, stick handles in the neutral zone, shot it long from about 70 feet. Right on goal, Aaron Simmons, the easy glove save. And with 1:05 left in the first, PT gets it revved up again. Bush with a dump in. Rorick from behind his net. Shuffled it along over to the far side. Now skating to the near wing is Devin Rorick as he used the net as a screen to get away from the PT forecheck. But a lead dish from Andrew Woomer, rather, goes untouched up this left wing side. Mark McQuaid couldn't stretch out to take it, and it's an icing call against Upper St. Clair. 46 seconds to go in the opening period. Woomer to take the face-off against Mark Lehman. The two tie up. Need some help to try to get this puck free. It'll go to the Indians, and Eric Wilbert trying to center it to his brother Drew. That didn't get through. Now Mark Lehman wheels a shot blindly toward the net. It sails over the crossbar from 45 feet. Lehman with a strong check on Woomer. Pries the puck loose. Eric Wilbert open at the left dot, but he tried to make one last move, and it was poked off his stick by Sam Sweet. Into the neutral zone. 20 seconds to go in the first period. 2-1 Upper St. Clair at Peters Township. Hannah fired a pass on far wing, broken up, and here's Rorick for Upper St. Clair, but his wrist shot struck the leg of Hunter Ferguson, PT defenseman, and jumped out of play into that screen behind the tall glass. 12.4 left in the first. It'll be a face-off coming up in the PT zone to the left of junior netminder Aaron Simmons. came into this game with a .926 save percentage. He made 25 saves on 27 shots in his first varsity game. Got the win against Bethel Park here 3 weeks ago. Simmons melts this one down on his feet after the tie-up on the face-off. Players still rising to their feet. One of them, Mitchell Geinzer of USC. The other, Dylan McElhaney, the tall forward for Peters Township. John Camp digs in. The puck hops out to the blue line, pushed right back in by Sam Sweet. It's going to be a delayed offside call, but it's not going to be necessary because time will expire in the first 17 minutes. So, Upper St. Clair scored first on a goal from Colton Sheary. Upper St. Clair scored third on a goal from Colton Sheary. In between, Drew Wilbert notched a power play tally. It's 2-1 Panthers over the Indians after 1 period of play. We'll be back for the second period after this brief timeout on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest's Facebook page and Peters Township Community Television, Channel 7. At it from Prince Scape Arena, 2-1 Upper St. Clair over Peters Township. I'm Matt Geitka on the solo call this evening. Radio call only, not enough internet bandwidth tonight to do the video cast. Geinzer ahead for Upper St. Clair, closes to the bottom edge of the right circle, and he shot it off the outside of the net. A quick chance, a quicker chance than you'd expect off of the initial draw in a period, and Aaron Simmons will jump on that puck to his right to get the stoppage in play. Just 13 seconds in, Upper St. Clair nearly striking for a third. I mentioned Upper St. Clair has put up a lot of goals to this point on the season. The fewest they've scored in a game is 3. The most they've scored is 7. Overall, 20 goals in 4 games. You don't need a calculator to figure out that's 5 per game. Very impressive. Shot in deep by the PT Indians now. And it'll be USC defender Zach Fairfull clearing the zone. Owen Barrett on the chase back and the retrieval for the PT Indians. Barrett, senior defender, coughed it up to Geinzer, but then Barrett wiped out Geinzer with a strong body check. But then it's given away to Upper St. Clair behind the net, and Geinzer whiffed on the wrist shot from the left dot. A little frantic to start this second period. Wilbert finds Lehman in front. Lehman snaps it upstairs and scores! Mark Lehman, you don't want to give him that kind of a chance. From point-blank range, he guns it high over the glove of Kyle Rorick. And Lehman has his 8th goal of the season, and the Indians shown more potency tonight than they did last week for sure. 2-2 the tie. Score was 16:07 left in the second. Two-point night for Drew Wilbert. Give him the primary helper on that one. So Lehman and now Brace Sainert breaks up a play. Sainert coming right to the goal. Save made by Rorick. Rebound free in the slot, but couldn't hop on it, could the Indians. And now it's Devin Rorick carrying him back in for the Upper St. Clair Panthers, and there's going to be a penalty on the way against Peters Township. And you hear over the microphone, I'm sure, the Upper St. Clair Panthers have brought quite a nice crowd down here with them to South Point. Indians about to go short. Aiden Alexander for interference. It's also a 2-point night for Mark Lehman, by the way. He had a secondary assist, as I suspected, on the first PT goal. Upper St. Clair setting it up on the power play. Rorick dishing to Hardy near side. One touch feed over to Geinzer, left dot. Geinzer holds, finds Rorick in the middle. Wanted to turn it to the backhand, but he's checked off the puck by Mark Lehman in the low slot between the hash marks. Rorick, Geinzer out by the blue line. Now Rorick looking to shoot, and he partially whiffed on that wrister. A couple of times the Panthers haven't been able to make anything happen. Now Drew Wilbert pokes it ahead. He's got a short-handed breakaway. Drew Wilbert, glove save on the snapshot by Kyle Rorick. Best save of the night for either side, and it keeps it 2-2 on the breakaway from 100 feet for Drew Wilbert. He already has a power play goal, does Drew, and he was that close to a shorty. Just a nonchalant play at the blue line by Upper St. Clair gave Drew Wilbert that chance. And here's his brother Eric shooting off the draw, but it was blocked in front of the Upper St. Clair net by Zach Hardy. Hardy lifts an area pass and a good one off to Mitchell Geinzer. Geinzer gains the line, looking over his shoulder, ducks in behind the Peters Township net. Hardy will handle it here in this near corner. Hardy put it in behind. That's Woomer. Woomer to the side. Hardy, cross-ring dish to the bottom edge of the left circle. Geinzer mishandled. Now John Camp leads it ahead. It's a 2-on-1 for the Indians, shorthanded. Eric Wilbert tried to go back to Camp, and then Camp tapped it over to Eric Wilbert, and it's picked off. Here's Rorick now. Rorick for Upper St. Clair. His shot on a knee, and Ferguson got in the way to block it, and Eric Wilbert clears it down the ice. Well, it's been an entertaining power play so far for Upper St. Clair. Chances on both ends. Colton Sherry has a couple of men coming off the bench, but he can't make the pass. Would have been a 3-on-1 for Upper St. Clair. Late change for PT. Rick Tingle on the bench couldn't have liked that one very much, but we're down to the final 20 seconds on the Aiden Alexander interference minor penalty. 2-2 the score, getting close to midway through this game. Jacob Ball rubbed off the puck, but it comes free to Mark McQuaid, but he's stick-checked at the blue line, and the Indians clear again. Down to 2 seconds, and 1 on the Aiden Alexander penalty. He escapes the box, gets a quick touch on the puck, and Chase Wucher handles back for Upper St. Clair. Gave it to the defender, Sam Sweet. Sweet up the far wing to McCade. McCade relays looking for Ball, but it's well behind him. Indians have it again. Barrett's dish toward the offensive blue line. Zakin deflected it ahead, and it's slammed in the rest of the way by Barrett. On the left wing for Upper St. Clair, McQuaid chipped the pass over into the right corner. On the chase, Chase Wucher. Chase on the chase, that sounds about right. Ball hacking at it for the Panthers. But it's the Indians' Monchek pitchforking it free. Deflected shot goes off the back of Monchek and comes free to McQuaid. Wanted to shove that shot to the front, never got through. Hanna broke it up for the Indians, and he hoists it out to center. Now Hanna down to a knee to glove it along, and now tap it ahead with his stick to McElhaney. McElhaney lead pass in front of the goal for Ringwald, and a stop made with the stick by Kyle Rorick. Rorick's been sharp despite giving up a couple. On the attack, it's Shagan Siniowski. Or pardon, that's Andrew Woomer, rather. 40, not 10. Breaking up ahead, Caden Slavin. He's tripped as he looked to cut inside. And there's the second power play on the way for Peters Township. The Indians already 1 for 1 when it comes to conversions. And Caden Slavin, the senior forward, doesn't have a point yet, but that's almost as good as one there. Drawing the penalty call. He gets a couple of taps on the helmet from his teammates. 12:31 left in the second. 2-2, Peters Township and Upper St. Clair. The visiting Panthers have led twice here at Princescape tonight, and the Indians have twice come back. Now PT tries to grab its first lead, but they won't be able to immediately right here as Mark Lehman has to circle the wagons in the neutral zone. Lehman left it off the wall. Drew Wilbert cutting in, 30 feet away, snaps and scores! He goes top shelf, does Drew Wilbert, and the Indians do have that first lead. It's Drew Wilbert from Mark Lehman. You got to have high hopes. 12:17 to go in the second period. That's a second power play goal for Drew Wilbert. And a beautiful rising wrist shot over Kyle Rorick's glove. Well, the Panthers gave him all that room, and Drew Wilbert just took it and charged almost between the hash marks before he let that one go. Second of the game for Drew Wilbert, fourth of the season. Indians up 3-2. Geinzer back, though, for Upper St. Clair, and he gets a strong snapper away from between the circles, and that's gobbled up by Aaron Simmons. No further play. If you like offense, you like this game. 3-2. Plenty of opportunities for both sides. That's a third point for Drew Wilbert. Oh, my. There was an open net on the far side for Upper St. Clair, but Sherry couldn't take that pass. It was away from him in his defense. John Camp galloping up ahead, looking to dangle between a couple of Upper St. Clair sticks, but no sail. Now Colton Sherry breaks back for Upper St. Clair again. Rips the shot from the off wing, and it banged off the end boards and the glass. Out to center. It deflects. Camp with a dump in. Camp looking for the puck, but it's lifted right past him and knocked down deftly by Colton Sherry. He gets around Hanna. Sherry centers for Ball, and it's a little bit in between his skates and his stick. It handcuffed him, and back comes Hanna for Peters Township. Drew Wilbert in the middle. Camp! Oh, he's robbed by Kyle Rorick. What a chance for John Camp to get on the score sheet. on this season. Now Drew Wilbert turns, shoots from 40 feet, and that hit a stick. Never got through to goaltender Rourke. Alexander reaching ahead to tap this puck down the wall, but the Panthers do clear. Mitchell Geinzer took care of business there, but it's Owen Barrett dumping it right back in. Here come the Indians. Up 3-2, leading in this game for the first time. 11 minutes left in the second period. This is Matt Geico on the call from Prince-Scape Arena in South Point, PA. Drew Wilbert takes a lead pass from McElhaney, tries to go down low, and it's Eric Wilbert, but it banks off his stick. Drew Wilbert lassos it, fires across rink. Alexander couldn't take it. Woomer up ahead, a 3-on-2 for Upper St. Clair. Left wing pass over to the right wing for McQuaid, and he wristed it wide of the net. Banged off the end boards. From behind the net, Trevor Lamb tried to scoop a pass out to the high slot, and it's deflected away by the Indians, but it's still in behind their net. Mark McQuaid, junior forward. The dish out to the point. O'Brien shot it wide. Rebound came off the end wall, and there was a half-open net for a brief second for Devin Rourke, but he couldn't get enough on it, and by that time, the goaltender Simmons had slid over to the post. Big drive from Sam Sweet is blocked out high by Bray Sennert. Panthers keep the puck. O'Brien shoots a knuckler that hops wide of the goal. So here are the Panthers pushing back. Like I said, a good one here tonight. 3-2 Peters Township. It's the Indians' first lead of the game. They've trailed twice. Both teams have had their moments for sure. So both goalies. Drew Wilbert wants another one. Indians are onside. Put it in front for Mark Lehman. Deflected shot save. Rebound Drew Wilbert looking for the hat trick, but he can't jam it by Rourke, who closed down that far post. But that close, boy, I thought that was going to be whistled on the offside. Mark Lehman somehow dragged that back foot on the blue line as Drew Wilbert glided in on the right wing. 9:28 left in the second period. Very close to a fourth Peters Township goal. Doesn't happen, but what an opportunity from in the blue paint for Mark Lehman. It's the Mark Lehman and Drew Wilbert show tonight, both with 3 points. A couple of seniors who play on that top line. The Wilberts typically flanking Mark Lehman, the big centerman. Speaking of big, here's Dylan McElhaney. McElhaney, the junior. Holding, shooting, glove save made by Rourke. The rebound was available there for a brief moment, but Chase Dabkowski couldn't latch onto it. It was cleared away by Jacob Ball of Upper St. Clair. And the Panthers again have it. Ball taking the pass from Shagan Sinioski. Ball, a wrist shot along the ice, and his teammate, Mitchell Geinzer, slams his stick off the boards. He wanted that pass cross rink instead of that low percentage shot. 8:48 left in the second. Indians up by 1, 3-2. 2 goals in the second period for the Indians. None so far for Upper St. Clair. Face-off won by the Panthers. Brady Ploger overwhelmed and has the puck taken away. Shagan Sinioski, though, for Upper St. Clair, knocks that puck right back into the offensive zone. Hunter Ferguson on the retrieval for the Indians. Chayton Ringwald, good little play to tap it away from Daly and take it up the left wing side. And over the blue line. Wrist shot from the side wall. Sticked away by Rourke. Zach Glivic overskated for the Indians in the right wing corner. And up ahead comes Kevin Finn. Finn on the chip and chase play for Upper St. Clair. Confronted there behind the PT net by Slavin. Blindly centered in front of the net by Brady Ploger. And out to center it goes. Daly dispossessed by Glivic. Glivic from the left wing wanted to pass it in front, but he whiffed on it. Here's Chayton Ringwald, though, giving it out for Slavin's shot from the top of the right circle. Pad save by Rourke. Ploger at least clears to the red line for Upper St. Clair, but the Indians are in another one of their flurries. Barrett shooting from the tops of the circles, and that's snagged by Rourke. And nothing further from that with 7:39 left in the second. 2 power plays for Peters Township. 2 conversions. 1 power play for Upper St. Clair. Nothing on the board there. Both USC goals coming at even strength, both from Colton Sheary, the sophomore forward. Aiden Alexander out by the blue line at the left point. Knocked it deep for Peters Township. Drew Wilbert. Behind the back pass. No, it's blocked. He gets it right back. Tried again to get it out to the point, but it's intercepted by Woomer, who looks to send a teammate over the line into the offensive zone. That was Devin Rorick, but he's wiped out on a check just as the puck came to him. Woocher missed the goal from the right side. Put in front of the goal, one-timer, score! Chase Woocher hammers in the shot from 10 feet away, and what a good little pass it was from Devin Rorick behind the net. He knew where he was going with it when that deflected shot came to him. He just bump set it in front and slammed in by Woocher. 3-3, 7:05 left in the second. We have our third tie of this game so far. Coming to you live on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest Facebook page. John Camp looking to knock this puck away from the reach of Zach Hardy. Couldn't do it. So Hardy and Rorick get the assists on the goal by Woocher. Not to be confused with Woomer of Upper St. Clair. Camp pursuing the puck. He's going to get penalized here. Maybe a cross-checking call. Zach Hardy went sprawling down to the end boards. Apparently an illegal play from Camp, who, breathing heavily, skates over to the penalty box. He felt like he was about to create a chance there on the forward check. It is a cross-check, as called by referee Buckholz. 6:35 to go in the second period, and it'll be Upper St. Clair's second power play chance. Upper St. Clair trying to score its third win in 5 tries and its return to AAA hockey. The Indians, meanwhile, looking for win number 4 out of 5. But they were coming off a 3-0 loss to North Allegheny last week that I'm sure humbled them a bit in the interim week's practice. Woomer, after the Panthers gained the zone, Woomer gave it away behind the PT net and slammed off the near side boards, and all the way down the ice it goes from Hunter Ferguson's stick. Rorick waited the longest time before Mark Lehman was right there in his face, and then he moved it past him. Hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you might be in trouble there as a goaltender in the corner. Geinzer gaining the blue for Upper St. Clair. Centering shot, they score! And it's a hat trick for Colton Sherry right between the hash marks. What a brilliant pass from Geinzer to find him against the grain. 4-3 Upper St. Clair. A power play conversion for the Panthers, and Sherry's red hot, his 7th of the year in just his 5th game, and we're just barely past the halfway point of game number 5. And we have a goaltending change. The Indians will go to the bench. Junior Tanner Ringwald takes over for his classmate Aaron Simmons. Simmons gets a hand, consolation hand from the Peters Township fans down to my left. But it's 4-3. Woocher scores at even strength, and then Connor Sherry completes the hat trick. A 3-goal game for the top scorer on the Upper St. Clair Panthers. What a game so far. 4-3. I guess you can see why USC has played so many of these so far. Giveaway in the corner to the PT Indians, and Debkowski's centering pass slid right by everybody. Now a shot from the point by Barrett is deflected on the way by Anthony Foltz, and that's held on to by goaltender Rorick. 5:24 left in the second. Action-packed. 4-3 Upper St. Clair just after the Indians took their first lead of the game. The Panthers are on top for the 3rd time. Sherry's power play goal, the difference right now. His first 2 were at even strength in the first period. Check from Debkowski of Peters Township. Pried the puck loose, but fortunately for the Panthers, Sam Sweet, senior defender, was there to get it. And what have we here? Offside against Upper St. Clair, looks like. The faceoff will come up just outside the Peters Township blue line. So Tanner Ringwald in the net now for PT. Ringwald also played last week in that 3-0 loss to North Allegheny, stopping 17 of 20 shots. PT outshot North Allegheny 26-20 in that one, but could not get one by goaltender Tyler Boyles for North Allegheny. Quick chance here for Upper St. Clair. A deflected shot from guess who? Colton Sheary again in between the dots. But that one slid wide of the left post. The battle's on for it in the PT zone. Chayton Ringwald will make a nice lead pass to Glivic, but heavy first touch deflects it ahead into the offensive end. Daly for Upper St. Clair. Pulled it around Ringwald. Two-man rush for Upper St. Clair here. Shot in by Andrew Happ, and it caroms off the partition, one of the partitions there behind the PT net, and Tanner Ringwald had a hard time with it initially, the new goalie for PT, but eventually the Indians do just knock it out to the center ice area, and here's Camp. Camp shooting off the turnover for Upper St. Clair from the top of the right circle, gobbled up again by Rourke. That puck ended up right in his USC crest in the middle of his black road jersey. 3:57 left in the second. 4-3 Upper St. Clair. Camp pokes it to the net right off the face-off, and we'll do it all over again. Another save for Rourke. On last count, PT was out shooting Upper St. Clair 12-4 in this second period. Make it 14-4 after those two quick shots from Camp. Zakin behind the Upper St. Clair net, puts it out to the point. Alexander's shot, looking for a rebound. He got one, but Rourke kicked it right by Camp on the doorstep. McElhaney unable to keep that puck in the offensive end for Peters Township. But here's Camp charging by. Camp interfered with slightly as he looked to poke it to the net. Rourke slapped it away from him. Camp from behind the net wants to try to stuff it. Got it right back and shot it right into the chest of Rourke one more time. Whistle sounds. Players tie up a little bit at the side of the goal. Doesn't appear that any penalties will be called from this. That's just hockey right there. 3:26 remaining on the second period clock before we get the ice resurfacing. Drew Wilbert has 2 goals and an assist for the Peters Township Indians. Mark Lehman has a goal and 2 helpers. But the story so far, Colton Sheary. 3 goals for Upper St. Clair, including the go-ahead one here late in the second period. Ball, trying to take that pass from Sheary as the top line is back out there for the Panthers again. They can't make anything happen, but it's O'Brien at the red line. O'Brien shooting right back in for USC. Ferguson from behind his net for the Peters Township Indians. Couldn't clear it around the near side corner boards. But now it's Mark Lehman helping out in the defensive zone. Diagonal pass up ahead. Too hard for Eric Wilbert to take. Lehman. The pass over on near wing. It'll be Geinzer taking a feed from Ball. Geinzer breaking down the boards. Looked to get a shot off, and that's blocked by Seth Hanna right near the point of attack. Ball kept it alive in the O-zone for Upper St. Clair, but it's Seth Hanna getting onto it again and finding Drew Wilbert. Wilbert dangling through right down the middle of the slot, and he's knocked down. That'll be a penalty as he slides into the near side corner. Whistle sounds with 2:30 exactly left in period number 2. PT's about to get its third power play. They've already scored twice, have the Indians on the advantage. Drew Wilbert has done it both times. But to start this power play, we will see the Camp line. Camp with Zakin and McElhaney on his wings. Ferguson and Hanna the point men. And Hunter Ferguson, the lefty shooting defenseman, will handle it at the left point. Over to Hanna, another lefty shooter at the right point. Tees it up and shoots. Patted out. Rebound, McElhaney. And that might have deflected off the outside of the net. Ferguson keeps the clear attempt at the left point. Zakin putting it out high in the zone. And Hanna walking the line a bit. Seth Hanna. He's got McElhaney to his right, Ferguson to his left. Now Ferguson goes to the middle. Here comes the pass cross rink to McElhaney. Out by the right point, 2 minutes to go in the period. 1:27 left on the power play. McElhaney still hanging on to it. Right wing half wall. Stick handles, passes to Ferguson. Ferguson wanted to shoot. He whiffed on it, and Woomer takes it and clears it. That was a gift for the Panthers captain, and he dispatched it down the rink with no trouble. Ferguson now, maybe some frustration there. He hammered a pass ahead from behind his net, and it sails the entire length of the rink, icing against the Indians. 1:36 to go in the period. 1:06 left on the power play. Lehman leans in for the face-off. He'll take it here against Mitchell Geinzer. Geinzer won it, but too strongly, all the way back into the center ice area where Shagan Siniowski will slam it deep. Drew Wilbert curls back and takes this puck and gets his legs moving. The handoff to Lehman and over the line. Indians shorthanded. Lehman, drop feet. Indians on a power play, I should say. Alexander turned it over. Here comes Geinzer. Shorthanded breakaway move and a forehand shot. Well, he never really got it away. He had Ringwald fooled, I think, on the move, but just couldn't get the shot off, could Geinzer. Now Geinzer takes a turnover, and he's checked by Mark Lehman. Puck stays in the upper St. Clair zone. Eric Wilbert to Drew Wilbert. He has Lehman in the high slot. Drew Wilbert from behind the net. 48 seconds to go in the period. 16 seconds left on the power play. Wilbert holding, feeding to Owen Barrett. Aiden Alexander way out by the blue line. Plays it into the corner. Eric Wilbert. Power play about to expire. Cross ring. Barrett shot and a save made by Rourke, and there's no rebound. Kyle Rourke looking like Velcro lately. These shots are just sticking to him. They're coming in high from Peters Township, but he's gobbling them up. 31 seconds to go in the period. 1 second left on the penalty to Danny O'Brien of Upper St. Clair. Face-off one, cleanly by Anthony Foltz. Back to Sainert. Sainert gave it to Barrett. Shot, score! It was deflected in. I don't know if it was Dabkowski or Barrett out by the point is going to get this goal. Dabkowski pointed to Barrett. I think Dabkowski got the goal. The deflection from the low slot. It's 4-4. Not a power play goal, but it doesn't matter. Indians score anyway on the offensive zone draw, and if it is Dabkowski, number 90 has his first varsity goal and his first varsity point. Congratulations to the junior. And they do give it to Gavin Dabkowski on the official scorer's decision. Barrett gets the assist. And now down to the final 20 seconds of this second period of what's been a whale of a game from Prince-Scape Arena. 4-4 is your score. Brace Sainert making one last defensive play for the Indians to toss it down the rink. Foltz is on the chase, but he's not going to be able to get there in time to take it away from Sam Sweet. And there's your buzzer at the end of 34 minutes of play. 2 periods in the books. What a matchup tonight. 4-4 between PT and Upper St. Clair. Back in a few minutes after the Zambonis do their thing from Prince-Scape Arena. This is Matt Geica on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest's Facebook page, as well as Peters Township Community Television, Channel 7. Stay with us. The third period is moments away from Prince-Scape Arena in South Point. I am Matt Geica. This is Pittsburgh Hockey Digest's exclusive live presentation of Class AAA hockey in the PIHL. Flying solo over the radio, so to speak, this evening. We have one other game in Class AAA before we face it off here at the center dot right in front of me. Ken Mack leads Central Catholic 5-3. That's down at the Alpha Ice Complex. Couldn't be here because this is Ken Mack's home rink as well. Ken Mack scoring 3 in the first period and 1 each in the second, and now they are early into the third, and we are into the third period as well. Bethel Park, Upper St. Clair. Hey, they're new to the league, so not used to seeing them. Upper St. Clair in the black, skating from right to left, and Peters Township in the white with red trim, skating from left to right. And here's Woomer ripping a shot for Upper St. Clair off the glove of goaltender Tanner Ringwald. Ringwald came in off the bench after Aaron Simmons played the first 30-some-odd minutes. And now the Indians in a 4-4 tie with the Upper St. Clair Panthers, 32 seconds into period number 3. It's been an outstanding game. Upper St. Clair has led 3 separate times. PT has come back each of those times to tie. Peters Township had a lead briefly in the middle of the second period before Upper St. Clair itself rallied. So we've had some fun here tonight in the South Hills. It's been a real barn burner. Colton Sheary, the man who has 3 goals for Upper St. Clair, glides through the neutral zone. Dropped this puck back, looking for Geinzer, and Geinzer was dispossessed as he looked to make a move between the dots. Sheary looked like he got tripped up there by Aiden Alexander, but play will continue on. Ruled to be incidental contact, I suppose. Referees are Seelock and Buckholz this evening. Sam Sweet charging back for Upper St. Clair to get to it before McElhaney does. And now McElhaney will back check and get to this puck and slide it up ahead for John Camp. Camp breaks in over the offensive blue line. Camp to the right wing corner. Checked there by Geinsler. Camp on it, feeding it back to the point. Monchak gives it right back to him. But Upper St. Clair will fire it out of the zone. Ringwald crisply off his goal stick. Hands it over to Alexander. Skated right into trouble, but Bray Sainert helped out. So did Chase Dabkowski, who has the most recent goal in this game. Anthony Foltz takes the pass from Dabkowski. Wrist shot from 40 feet. Blocker save by Rourke. Rebound, centered, and he's stopped as well by Kyle Rourke, the sophomore goalie, who's had a pretty strong night despite giving up 4, I would say. 2 high-scoring games in Class AAA tonight. I mentioned the 5-3 score in the third period in favor of Cannon Mac over Central Catholic. Peters Township and Upper St. Clair tied 4-4 right now here at Princescape. And PT now with 26 shots to just 15 for Upper St. Clair. So the Panthers have made the most of their chances. To the red line, Monchak takes it, rips it in. Monchak playing his second varsity game, his second consecutive appearance here for the Indians. Monchak will take this puck, backhanding it. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Charging ahead was Michael Drews for Upper St. Clair. Now a mishandle, nearly disaster for Zach Hardy, the freshman defenseman for Upper St. Clair, but he regathered the puck and his wits about him at the red line as that was McElhaney tried to charge past him. And here's the puck at the side of the PT net. Tanner Ringwald flops on top of it. And we will have a stoppage in play with 14:30 to go in regulation time. If no goals are scored in this period, which beggars belief at this point, but if that is the case, or if we are tied at some juncture going through the end of regulation time, we'll play overtime. It'll be a 3-on-3 sudden death scenario, and then a shootout if necessary. Drew Wilbur, 2 goals in this game. Put it toward the middle for his brother Eric, but that's broken up, knocked off his stick. Ferguson, a slap shot from the point. Stick save made by Rourke. Picked up by Mitchell Geinser of Upper St. Clair. He rounds his goal. Fed it off for a fair fall, but he couldn't clear. Lehman pumped it right on target again. Another save made by Rourke. The Indians have been shooting from all angles against Rourke tonight, perhaps looking for some rebounds. Ferguson steps back up and lifts this puck inadvertently out of play over the far side glass. So that'll bring the faceoff out to the neutral ice area. 13:46 remaining on the third period clock. Again, just radio tonight, just audio call due to a bandwidth issue here at Princescape Arena. It's hard to tell from night to night. Decided to go with audio only. It's easier on the Wi-Fi signal. We had our first video broadcast last week of the season. That was PT against North Allegheny, and the Tigers came out of Princescape with a 3-0 win. Zakin getting around him, and Zakin going to the backhand. No, the goalie Rourke kicked the net off its pegs. Now Alexander shoots it. The referees didn't notice it, and the whistle does sound after Rourke made the save on Alexander's wrist shot from out high in the zone. Zakin made a good move. He burst around the outside past Cole Shagan-Sinioski, but he just couldn't control the puck as he made that in-cut across the top of the blue paint. John Camp on the face-off here. He tangles with A.J. Daly. Panthers toss it out to center ice. Finn plays it deep. Ploger's back there. He turns away from the defending pressure of Aiden Alexander. Now it's John Camp. Camp for Peters Township. Stripped of the puck, but he continues to charge up to the point, but the shot comes through from Sweet, and I think Ringwald had to make a save. Now Ringwald makes a glove stop on the stuff attempt by Ploger. We're going to have a penalty for roughing, though, against the Peters Township Indians, and it's going to send John Camp to the box. He made a run there at the point man, Sweet, and it ends up costing the Indians a 2-minute penalty with 12:57 remaining in the third period. 4-4, Upper St. Clair and Peters Township. Upper St. Clair 1 for 2 on the power play. Mark Lehman to take the face-off against Colton Sheary. Sheary, the 3-goal man tonight, won it right back to Rourke at the point. Cross-ring pass definitely knocked down out of the air by Eric Wilbert, and he chops it down the ice. Zach Hardy thought he lofted a perfect saucer feed between the circles, but Eric Wilbert said, I don't think so. Hardy, pass against the grain. Slammed into the offensive zone by Mitchell Geinzer, but picked up by Hunter Ferguson of the Indians and ripped down the rink. All the way back in behind his net is the goaltender, Kyle Rourke. There were a couple of Rourkes on the ice there briefly. That was Devin Rourke, the forward, but now it's Geinzer slicing to the outside, gets in over the blue line, down the right wing for Upper St. Clair, shoved it toward the front. Sheary couldn't get a clean stick to it. Now Mark Lehman inadvertently handed it over in the left circle to Rourke. Rourke settles the puck and shoots one. I don't know if Ringwald got a piece. Maybe Ferguson blocked it. Ended up in the near corner. Geinzer put it behind the goal. Ferguson, good strong play to get it away from the Panther behind him, but Hardy now shot it from the point. Save was made. Loose in the crease. Ringwald pounces and stops the music with Colton Sheary looking for a 4th goal right in front of the net. 11:45 left in the third. 48 seconds to go on the John Camp roughing minor penalty. The first power play of this third period, which could very well be decisive in a 4-4 game. Hardy on his backhand out at center ice. He had to backtrack, retreat a bit. Geinzer slides it across. Strong move from Rourke. Left it there for Sheary, but his shot was weakened on the way and went wide of the goal to the left. Rourke curling high, got past center. Rourke's shot hit the post. Still loose in front of the net. It's Sheary battling for it on a knee. Woomer got a backhand away. I don't think that got through. 14 seconds left on this Upper St. Clair power play. Alexander ushers it out to center for Peters Township. Now Drew Wilbert looking for the hat trick himself. Shot it off the post. A shorthanded chance. He hit the far post and it came right back out at him. He thought he scored briefly, and so did a lot of the Peters Township fans in attendance. Not to be, still 4-4. Geinzer running the gauntlet, put it to the doorstep, and it slid right by Sheary on this left post side. Sheary recontrols the puck. Back to 5-on-5 play. From behind the goal, Devin Rourke gave it away to Drew Wilbert. He skates it out to safety, and he gets to the red line and chips it deep. 10.5 to go in the third. Entertaining to say the least tonight from Printscape Arena. Glad to be with you on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and Peters Township Community Television Channel 7. Wucher, who has a goal in this game. Drop pass, wrist shot from Ball, save made by Ringwald. Rebound, they score! The Panthers are back on top. Mark McQuaid followed that shot. Bottom edge of the left circle, and he whipped it under Ringwald before the Indians netminder could react to where that puck squirted out to. And McQuaid has his 4th goal of the year, the lefty power forward. The junior cashes in. It's 5-4. Upper St. Clair, 10:14 left in the third. Still a long way to go in this one, but that's a big one for the visiting team, trying to hand Peters Township its 2nd consecutive loss on home ice. Monchek's shot went through a screen and skipped just wide of the right post for Peters Township. Every time one team appears to get settled in, the opponent answers back. Wucher passed the ball, shot it off the mask of Ringwald from the bottom edge of the left circle. Upper St. Clair strong on the rush in this game, but here's a rush now for Peters Township. John Camp straight down the left wing, pulls up, shot it, and he missed it high to left. This one's getting really good. 5-4 Upper St. Clair, still 9.5 left in regulation time. So many twists and turns could yet be coming in this one. And this will be an icing call against the Panthers, chasing back Monchek. Whistle sounds as the puck crosses the goal line. Mark McQuaid getting the go-ahead goal for Upper St. Clair. But PT's right back on it. Offensive zone draw. Anthony Foltz will take it. Foltz, the junior, has a goal to his name so far this year. Pulled it straight back to McElhaney. Wrist shot was blocked. Back to the PT line. Hanna, head up, made a bank pass, but it went behind Foltz. Colton Sheary, I should say. Easy to make that mistake, obviously, the former Penguin and now Buffalo Sabre. Spelled differently, though. It's S-H-I-R-Y in this case. Pronounced similarly. Seth Hanna from the point. Bounded it through the high slot for the Indians. McElhaney will back up, and now he'll take this turnover gladly. Handed it off for Ferguson's full wind-up slapper. It's somewhere in the pads of Kyle Rourke, and he holds on to it. 8:49 left. Run and gun tonight at Printscape Arena. 5-4 Panthers over the Indians. And a near-capacity crowd across the way at Bubba's Burgers as well. Well-attended Tuesday night hockey game. Hanna off the face-off win for PT's Mark Lehman. Shot it wide of the net. Lehman couldn't get to the centering pass from Drew Wilbert. PT's top line's out there, but they have to defend now. Snapshot from Brady Ploger, deflected off an Indian skate or shin guard and went off the high glass. Deflecting back into the upper St. Clair zone. Hardy circles his net, chased by Drew Wilbert. Hardy pushed it up the far wing. It'll be Devin Rourke. Couldn't get past his man. Eric Wilbert held it up a couple of times inside his line, gave it away to Rourke. Rourke, right circle wrist shot. And a stick save made by Ringwald, and he reaches out with his pads splayed and being pushed into the net to freeze this puck at the top of the crease. 8:08 remaining in the third. Peters Township has had just one close game, and I call a close game anything 2 goals or fewer in the final score. That was a 3-2 win against Bethel Park 3 weeks ago here. Otherwise, they've won by 5 twice and lost by 3 to North Allegheny, although last week felt pretty close. North Allegheny did add an insurance goal in the third. It was 2-0 going into the third period last week. That was last Tuesday night. McElhaney trying to make this Tuesday memorable for the Indians. They're going to need a 4th separate comeback at least to force overtime. 7:47 and ticking to go in the third. The puck's in the upper St. Clair zone. McElhaney lays a check. Barrett backed out, though, because, well, the Panthers are ready to clear it, and they do. Barrett shot it right back in for below the USC goal line. Sam Sweet, far side pass. Mitchell Geinzer checked off the puck by Caden Slavin of Peters Township. Jack Zakin looking for Slavin up at the offensive blue line. Not going to happen. Owen Barrett back to take, and he gave it away behind the net. Geinzer centers, shot by Ball on a one-time, and a pad save, I believe, by Ringwald. Maybe he got his blocker on at the bottom of it. Either way, he made the stop with Ball sliding in on one knee to make sure he got full wood to the shot, and he sure did. From about 30 feet away between the circles. This will be icing against the Indians as they tried desperately to get a change. 6:48 left in the third. Out of town scores. Cannon McMillan up 6-4 now. Late stages third period. Josh Ripp has a hat trick. We haven't seen Cannon Mac and PT get together yet. They'll play just twice this season after 3 matchups last year. The first one is traditionally the Miners Cup game. It's coming up a little bit later. Mishandle in front of the upper St. Clair net. And now an exit pass bangs off the body of Bray Center of Peters Township, but still the Panthers will get it out to the neutral zone. Jake Bush, senior defender for Peters Township, jams it right back into the O zone. Can Monchek keep the bouncing pack alive? He cannot, but he reaches back to take it away from Alex Happ. Or pardon, that was Kevin Finn, I should say. Behind the upper St. Clair goal, Zach Fairfull. Couldn't clear again. Indians close off that far wall. Panthers will try again. Daly couldn't lift it past Monchek at the point. Debkowski has his first goal in this game. Turned to shoot it. It's off the stick of Rourke and patted away to this near side boards. Monchek at the point. Guided it toward the front, deflected by Lehman, and stop made by Rourke. That's definitely a shot looking for a tip, and Lehman obliged, nearly getting his second goal of this game. Mark Lehman, the Indians' leading scorer, now with 12 points, 8 goals and 4 assists. Drew Wilbert on the chase, though. He has 2 goals and an assist tonight, 9 total points on the year. 4 goals, 5 helpers for Drew. Here's his brother Eric. He's also on the score sheet tonight. He has an assist, but that time the cycle game didn't work for PT. Hannah flagged down this aerial puck in his own end for the Indians. Shot it high off the glass, and a nice leaping play from Devin Rorick to at least glove it down and keep it alive in the O-zone briefly. Now it's just inside the PT line again. Woomer kicked it ahead. Rorick made a good pass here for Wucher to shoot, and it's off the shoulder of Ringwald. Back in front of the net it hops. And Hannah chops it away to the far side. Kick plate. Hannah's on it again. Hannah carrying into the offensive zone for the Indians. Drop pass. Drew Wilbert. Left circle. Wanted to go back to Hannah, but his pass was partially blocked. Now Mark Lehman pulls it free. Lehman turned to shoot, and that stung one of the Panthers. Now Zakin takes a full slap shot. That's blocked by Sam Sweet in the circle. Panthers sacrificing the body now to keep their 5-4 lead alive. Hannah on the regroup in the neutral zone. Back pedals, finds Drew Wilbert. End of his shift, though. Ferguson, Wilbert kicks it along. Zakin tapped it to Wilbert, looking to make a cut move toward the top of the crease. Still free, and John Camp slugged it wide off a Upper St. Clair stick, I think. Chaos in front of the goal. Camp centering. Drew Wilbert shot it off the shoulder of goaltender Rorick, and it hops to the corner. Cross ring pass to Camp, shooting, and another save by Rorick. Indians keeping the pressure on, but they can't get that 5th goal yet. 4:01 to go in the 3rd. Shot right back in by Hunter Ferguson. Hannah fakes the slap shot. Goes cross ring with the pass. Ferguson shooting, save. Rebound McElhaney. He's stopped by Rorick too. At least 5 or 6 shots in the last minute for the Indians. Hannah dishing. Right wing half boards to Camp. But Zakin passed it too hard off the side wall, and it skips right past Hannah all the way back. In behind the PT net, in fact. Hannah, speaking of long shifts, he's had one too. Good headman delivery onto McElhaney. Goes cross ring with it. Over the line, Alexander. Alexander down into the corner. Indians trail 5-4. 3.5 to go in regulation. Barrett shooting off the pass from Alexander, and he's denied by Rorick, who hangs on again outside of his crease, coming out to cut down the angle. Just the 1 goal in this 3rd period. It belongs to Mark McQuaid of Upper St. Clair. But PT is tilting the ice big time, and we have a timeout called by Peters Township. They want to keep this momentum going and possibly rest some of their top guns and also talk things over at the bench. So head coach Rick Tingle will do just that. Recapping the scoring in this game, Upper St. Clair led 2-1 after the 1st period. Colton Sheary had 2 even-strength goals. Drew Wilbert scored in the middle of those 2 on the power play. Then Mark Lehman tied it 2-2, less than a minute into the 2nd. Drew Wilbert had the primary assist there on the rush play. Drew Wilbert put PT up for the only time so far tonight on the power play. 4.5 minutes into the 2nd period. Mark Lehman had the primary helper there. But Chase Wucher and Colton Sheary scored back-to-back for Upper St. Clair about 2 minutes apart to put the Panthers back ahead, 4-3. Following along, good. Gavin Dabkowski, the deflection goal right before the end of the 2nd period for PT. Owen Barrett ripped the shot off Dabkowski's face-off win. That made it 4-all going into the 3rd. And then Mark McQuaid followed in the rebound of Jacob Ball's shot. Ball now with 3 assists according to the official score sheet. And McQuaid scored that goal 6.5 minutes into this 3rd period, nothing since then. Shots on goal, if you're wondering, Peters Township now at 37, Upper St. Clair with 25. But the most important number, 5-4, Upper St. Clair ahead. Offensive zone face-off, Indians put their top line out, but Eric Wilbert overwhelmed there at the face-off dot after Lehman tied up the draw. Lehman now kicks this attempted dump in by Upper St. Clair over to the sideboards. Ferguson pulling it free of some traffic. Made the pass on near wing. Eric Wilbert shot it in. Rorick slid it away from behind his net. Drew Wilbert couldn't take it cleanly. But it's back to the left point and Mark Lehman. Goaltender Ringwald still in the net for Peters Township, but I'll keep an eye on him for you. Ferguson put it to the middle. McQuaid just shot it right back in to the PT zone. Seth Hanna's center ice backhand hops on one bounce into Rourke, who hangs on. Looking a bit like a first baseman going down to a knee to field that. And then fend off any kind of pressure coming there from the forward-checking Drew Wilbert. Kyle Rourke, I'm not sure he's the star of the game, but he's one of them. He would be for me. Along with his teammate Colton Sheary, who had the hat trick, has the hat trick, and, well, I suppose could still get more. Another ozone draw for the Indians and another control for the boys in white. Alexander, smooth little move to turn away from the checking of Geinzer and also Ball. Then Ball deflected that puck over the short glass on the far side of the ice, and it hopped off the concrete wall. We'll do it again from the left dot. Camp goes forward against Mitchell Geinzer. Puck's tied up in the corner. Bray centered down to his side to make the play into the corner. McElhaney centered. Centered's out high. Centered shot it. Save was made. Rebound. And McElhaney couldn't stuff it in. Now he tries from behind the net for a little mini wraparound and couldn't get it past Rourke. And the clear from Upper St. Clair. Barrett kicking it along at the red line. McElhaney. One hand on the stick, but he's dispossessed by Ball, who tosses that puck to the neutral zone. And here comes Geinzer ahead. Geinzer against Alexander, charging right to the goal on a stuffed try. Pad saved by Tanner Ringwald. 1:43 left in the third period. Still 5-4 Upper St. Clair. Eric Wilbert overskated the clearance from USC. But Hanna helps him out. Down below the goal line. McElhaney playing the playmaker role. Ferguson shot it from the left point and redirected by Camp, and it skipped over to the right wing corner. Hanna overtaken at the point. Geinzer, maybe a 2-on-1 for Upper St. Clair. Geinzer's got Rourke. Geinzer shoots from the left side. Save made by Ringwald. Rebound to Rourke, and his backhand was denied too. 1:12 left. Got to figure Ringwald's coming off pretty soon. Upper St. Clair can't get it by Eric Wilbert, though, at the red line. Hanna holds up play. Ferguson, good little deke, and shot it from the top of the left circle. And that missed into the right corner. Eric Wilbert, extra attacker on for the Indians, down by a goal late. Zakin on the forward check. Rourke can't get it past Alexander at the point, just barely keeps it on the bounce at the blue line. Zakin, cycle game on. Eric Wilbert from the corner, back to Zakin. One-touch shot across his body. Didn't get much on it and hit the outside of the net. 37 seconds remaining and ticking. Lehman can't hold this clear from Upper St. Clair, but this will go down the ice. Icing is the call against the Panthers. And I wonder if we might see a timeout called by the visiting team. USC still has it in its back pocket. 31.8 left in the third period. Upper St. Clair with the only goal of this frame so far. Still some time to get one back for PT and force its first overtime game of the season. Mark Lehman, a clean control of the faceoff. Zakin pinned this puck behind the goal off the dump pass from Eric Wilbert. Lehman out high, gets the pass, and he shot, and it was stopped by Rourke again. Indians over 40 shots now. Eric Lehman turns to shoot, and that's blocked. Blocked down by Colton Sheary to the front of the net. Lehman, he's open, wrists it, that was blocked again. 9 seconds left. One last shot perhaps coming up. Drew Wilbert wrists it. It's loose at the top of the crease. And cleared away to the sidewall. 1 second. Ferguson, fall away shot, and it's into the net. Is that a goal? No. Oh my, Drew Wilbert shot it into the net, and it appears time has expired. Oh, goodness. The Indians think they've tied it. Upper St. Clair is celebrating like they won the Penguins Cup, frankly. It's an emotional scene here. My first thought was it was after the buzzer, but it was really, really close. And referees Seelock and Buchholz are discussing it. They wash it out. They say no goal. And that'll be a final. There's no video review in PIHL hockey, unfortunately. We'll never really know whether that shot went in the net from Drew Wilbert off the rebound of Hunter Ferguson. What happened was Ferguson took that fall-away shot. It was blocked into the slot. Drew Wilbert hopped on the rebound, and he just threw it toward the net. Rourke was kind of swimming a little bit at that point, but it went high into the goal. Rourke was already celebrating by the time the puck went by him. I don't know if he was just trying to convince the referees or what, but that's it. 5-4 is your final. Controversial, but impossible to determine whether that was the right call at the end, and not an enviable position for referees Buchholz and Seelock. I feel for him, and they stick with the initial call, which is no goal. Wow. What a night from Princescape. The Indians dropped their second in a row. They're now 3-2. Meanwhile, Upper St. Clair improves to 3-2. And tied with PT in the early season Class AAA standings. Quite a game, and who knows, when we come down to the end of it, end of this season, we might look back at this one and say, boy, those 2 points were critical in either direction. Really tough to tell at this point. Well, one last time from Princescape Arena, this is Matt Geica saying good night on Peters Township Community Television and Pittsburgh Hockey Digest Facebook page. Back with you next week, next Tuesday, for another edition of Peters Township Hockey in the PIHL Class AAA. Good night and God bless.